1974 to keep it basic. Sand near my pops bounce, rocked and skated. A Jake got plugged in the Matrix. Wasn't tripping though, he didn't fit the role. Couldn't stop a glow and stop the show. So now it's time to grow. Mama knows best. Pops had 3 seeds. It feels like I'm the last one left. Wasn't stressed, asthmatic, losing breath. Little seed growing up in the wild, wild west. And that's a tough task. Niggas ride masks, break you down, size you up. Get fitted for a cast. I learn the rules fast. Nigga, don't hesitate. You in the land of heavyweights. A strong mind state wouldn't let me be fake. Live by the motto, whatever it takes, and that's for real though. Might catch me at nights and steel toes. Living these cases is vexing. Some wonder how I do it. I use Christ as a weapon. I ain't stressing. Smite the scorer on the sidelines heckling. Little hiatus. I'm trying to play right, but still mix it up with the cheaters. Still put it down for my faithful believers, even for the thugs and divas. Let's go.
I feel beautiful, so I spit beautiful. It's about to get critical for those that hide behind the physical, medicinal, lyrical. My spiritual intuition on how to maintain true position through vision. Pay attention and listen to the words of a true physician. Even the dead get arisen in the operation of a Christian. Through all affliction, stay persistent. This is chess, not checkers. Moves be made under pressure. Only here to test you. Sunshine with the rain, salt with the pepper. Crush kingdoms with words light as a feather. Only through war can a peace get better. This is 87, Run DMC, life be tougher than leather. Once loved is better than never. Wisdom moving fast, better try to catch ya. Quick as a bullet from a Beretta, penetrating any texture.
Let these teardrop stains drop down like rain. We the ones to blame. While we lost the shame, they say hope deferred makes the heart sick. Many say we in the last days, but we live so straight, and there's no way that we can beat the madness, the ups, the downs, the joy, the sadness, the mirth, the gladness. It's never enough because the world is not enough. I hope the double-edged sword of Christ buried my worry. Though sorrow was certain, victory's been prophesied. Living in an era full of terror, lies, and homicide. But people worn out, programmed, and traumatized. Hoodwink, satirized, bamboozled, and dramatized. Open your eyes to the Lord of the Flies, bringing peace to a chaos that he brought and devised. So we're supposed to be concerned when they lose if you lie. Warfare is a dirty game, counted the cost. How many years did they floss like swine in the chalk? But that was payback. Coming live in the flesh, the 4 horsemen, the apocalypse, famine and death. The ugly truth about terrorism is it exists and been perpetuated by the system we up against. So let's take it back to a time that's pure, cause heaven's just a mile away. But can you endure?
The world is not enough. The world is not enough. No matter what I say, no matter what I gain, the world is not enough.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, peace, good evening, however you say it, however you like to be greeted, you got it right here, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, IQAhmath. It's your brother IQAhmath, IQAhmath. First name, IQ is all the same. You've reached it. Yeah, another episode, DSTM. I've lost track. We're over 300. I know that much. We're probably floating in the 320s, somewhere around there. If you've been keeping up, let me know. Help me out. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, man, all praises. We made it. 6 days of labor, 7th day, here we are resting. And we're resting together. We're communing together in the spirit of the Most High, IQAhmath, to get some more of this info. Another Friday Night Lights. It's been a hot minute. No, actually, we did a Friday Night Lights, what? I know it's probably last month. So hopefully some of y'all took your naps. The rest of y'all that's going to be tuning in tomorrow, you know, wiping the coal out your eye, man, just checking your phone, seeing the notification that popped up, and you're like, oh, shoot, I missed Friday Night Lights. Or, oh, shoot, I was too tired. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Tap in with us. Tap in with us, right? Salute to the fam in the house, man. Those who were up and live with me. My brothers up in the Northwest, UZL. Malachi, shalom to y'all. Shar in the house as usual. My brother, shalom. Rania, shalom. Hey, Shar, I forgot to get at you, man. I've been so locked down this week, man. It's been wild. I hit you up in the morning. You know, we got a meet in the morning, so I'll let you in the morning. Anyway, I'm Shalakia. Renia, Shalak, Shalom. The house of Byron, Shalom. The Quabbin house, Shalom. Carlos in the house, hey, Shalom, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to Bayan in the house of Bayan. Our brother Koaf in the house, Shalom to you. And anybody else is going to be tapping in with us, man, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, right? If you're keeping the Sabbath Friday to sundown, the Saturday sundown, you know, it's our Sabbath. That's how we get down over here. Outside of that, no more delays. No more delays. We're about to get right. We're about to get right. Hopefully everybody's well, man. If I'm coming in solid, throw a 7 in the chat for me. Throw a 7 in the chat for me so I can make sure everything's coming in clear. Everything's coming in here clear. If it is, you already see what time it is, man. America is crashing out. You know, that's how the youngsters say now, man, in the hip hop and in the streets. You know, when somebody's crashing out, man, they pretty much are ready to just lose it all. They're ready to lose it all, man. And that's what America's doing. America is crashing out in real time, literally and figuratively. We've got floods, earthquakes, monkeypox, lockdowns possibly coming. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a long time about these black swan events that are going to interrupt these elections. That's going to interrupt our daily lives. We've been talking about it for a long time. We said economic, war, disease, pandemic. We've been talking about cyber attacks. Have not we been seeing all of these things happening within the last month? Microsoft outage. Oops, cyber threat. Now they're talking about monkeypox and there being a international what they say, we'll get to the article, but more or less they're issuing an international warning regarding monkeypox and the spread of it, and considering getting back to how life was 3 years ago. Remember that? And nobody liked that. That's coming back around the corner. They're already talking about it with the World Health Organization. Slow Biden has already entrusted them to lead the charge with any pandemic that goes on. They jump in the wheel. They set the standard, they set the laws, they set the regulations, they set it all. They've handed over power to them. We've seen what happened earlier this week. Major stock market crash. The economy damn near lost, what they say, 1 point some odd trillion dollars overnight, gone. You got homeless encampments, man, they up in Portland, fighting it out, damn near having civil wars with local residents up in Oregon. I mean, it's wild. So if we're talking about uproars of the people, man, it's all being said. It's all being done, right? That's why I said, and more. You know, I'm not just gonna come with 3, 4. Not coming with 3 or 4. Let's get right to it. All right. Let me share my screen this way. And Lord willing, if you have not already, man, do your brother that solid and hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you have not already, did your brother that solid, do that for me. Look like a couple of y'all lacking. A couple of y'all are lacking. Listen, man, I'm panhandling right now. We need all the help we can get over here. You understand what I'm saying? So look out for your brother. Let's start here. Okay? Always with the warfare. Where are we at with this World War III scenario? Because that's always tops on the list, man. That's what everybody's looking at. Outside of inflation and the economy, everybody's wondering what's happening with this war, right? So the U.S. is now sending stern warning to Iran against attacking Israel, because remember, we've already talked about it. Iran has already promised and pledged retaliation for killing one of their top generals that the Israelis did, right? And now the U.S. is intervening as usual. Always, the mother hen, the harlot mother hen. You understand what I'm saying? Looking out for their little goose with the golden egg, the Israelis, and telling them basically, listen, if Iran moves forward with an attack, the U.S. is going to respond not only economically, but in defense of Israel or the Israelis, Let's be clear. They ain't looking out for us. Militarily, U.S. sends stern warning to Iran against attacking Israel. Report. Washington warns Iranians that if they launch an attack, the Israeli response could lay a devastating blow to their economy, and that the U.S. will intervene to defend Israel. So we know that America has the ability to snatch up them funds. That's what they did. I don't recall exactly the year, but y'all know last September, Slow Biden released $6 billion that they were holding in various accounts in South Korea and then in Europe. They released the $6 billion back to Iran, seized their money, gave it back to them. Next thing you know, all hell breaks loose the next month. So of course, Slow Biden, he's running around talking about, Israel has the right to defend themselves, right? But meanwhile, he's the main cause of how they got the funding to make it happen. But nobody wants to talk about that, right? So the U.S. is saying that they're going to hit Iran not only in their pockets, but they're going to intervene to defend Israel. Well, we know how that's going to play out. We know how that's going to play out, right? You know where I'm going. They're not worried about it, right? Because what? Russia, according to Ezekiel 38, in verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Meshech being Moscow, Tubal being a capital city within Russia. Here we're seeing it here. The Most High is against them. They're going to be drawn into war, right? And part of their duty in this war is to be a guard or be a help, be a supporter for Persia, which is Iran. Here we are in verse 5. We've gone over this a number of times, right? Verse 5. But let's read 4. We'll read down. I know y'all have read it a million times. We got to read it 1,000,001. Because again, every time that we're occupying in prophecy, as the scriptures tell us to do, we've got to go back and reflect on it. Every story that we see, you got to go back and you got to match it back up. You got to make sure that this is still relevant, that we're on point in deciphering what's going on in world affairs, world events, current real-time prophecy, right? Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even accompanied with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So Russia's already preparing for war. They're in war right now, and they've already pledged that they're going to be at the side of Iran. They're going to be at the side of China. They're going to be at the side of North Korea in all of their warfare, war endeavors. Right? So here we see Persia. That's Iran. Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands and all the people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. So Russia's being told that they need to be prepared, and all the company that's assembled unto them. Persia assembled unto them. The Iranians are assembled unto them. Even with the BRICS, we know that Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran has been acknowledged into it. United Arab Emirates has been acknowledged into it. I forgot which other nations, and there's like 40 some odd other nations waiting to join the BRICS. So now Russia has a job to do what? Be a guard unto them. So they're going to be a guard and a help for Persia. Just like America is standing back saying that they're going to help Israel. So this is how we're seeing these pieces of the puzzle coming together between America and Russia, ultimately leading into a devastating war known as World War III. Okay, so America's drawing a line. They threaten Iran. Let's move on. Look at this. As Biden-Harris admin calls for de-escalation, Iran threatens to wipe out American military bases across the Middle East. So clearly, the The tough talk of America, of them saying, listen, if you don't knock it off, you better leave. Don't even think about bombing. Don't even think about retaliating to on the Israeli army and their Israelis occupying our land. Don't seek out revenge. Let them do whatever they want to. Let them continue to bomb refugee encampments. Let them continue to bomb and sabotage the food supplies. Let them continue to bomb schools. Let them continue to bomb hospitals. Don't try to get any get back. And if you do, we're right there. We're going to hit you in the pockets and we're going to hit you upside the head with some bombs. But Iran is like, listen, we've had enough of this. You're not going to tell us and dictate policy because guess who's got our back? Now they're talking about, oh, let's de-escalate. Well, you know, we know the scriptures in regards to Ezekiel 7 and 19 about, when everybody's seeking for peace, sudden destruction happened in 2 Thessalonians as well. Everybody's seeking peace and sudden destruction is going to happen. Here they're talking about, oh, we need to de-escalate. There ain't no de-escalating. Also 7 and 19. 25, Salaki. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Right? So when the destruction starts hitting, Iran has already let off some attacks. You know, and that's why America's like, hey, calm down, hold on. We don't want to do that right now. We're in the middle of trying to dupe the people into voting for one of the two said parties, the Democrats or the Democrats or the Republicans. You know, they're trying to dupe the people into in the midst of a election. They don't want to go to war right now. Economy's crashing, inflation's up, job losses is up, the people are upset, protests all over the place. They're like, we got a lot on our hands right now. We don't want to do that. Can we de-escalate? Iran is like, F you, middle finger to the face. Iran threatens to wipe out the American military. Matter of fact, I believe they just hit a military base and killed some Americans. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the case. As a matter of fact, good old DuckDuckGo, Tom. How about that? Let's see what we find. July 7th, injured American citizens condition worsening. July 27th. Yeah, that might be the one I'm thinking about. At least 6 killed, over 30 wounded in a Hezbollah attack. 12 children were killed as Hezbollah rocket hits the soccer field. What about the 30 that were killed at when the IDF bombed the school? Oh, we're not going to talk about that, huh? Oh, okay. So, yeah, we do see that Americans were injured in an attack on a U.S. base in Iraq, right? So, clearly, Iran ain't paying that no mind. They're going at it already. They're threatening to do more. It says a leading member of Iran's nuclear negotiating team promised on Wednesday to wipe out every American military base in the Middle East if the United States joins Israel in an attack on the Islamic Republic. The fresh threat comes ahead of an expected Iranian attack on Israel in response to the killing of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran last week. Iran says it is preparing for a large-scale attack on the Jewish state as retribution. Now, remember, they said that they're supposed to be doing their bombing on this fake Folly Day, or yeah, we're going to call it a Folly Day, that the GMO Jews have made up, talking about that they're supposed to be fasting for the mourning and the destruction of the temples. Meanwhile, they're not concerned about the rebuilding of the temples. They ain't concerned about nothing but gay parades, smoking cigarettes, and doing whatever the hell they want over there. Right. So Iran ain't paying that no mind. Bombs is flying. And because of that, let me see. We see that going down. Proverbs 15. Proverbs 15:26. It says, the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Most High Yahweh. Now, this is the thoughts of the wicked. Oh, we need to de-escalate. Oh, we want to stop the war. They don't want to stop no damn war. They can stop the wars if they want to. They're out here slandering and they're making up all different kind of headlines. We can already see that there's a lopsided view of what's happening with this war. The GMO imposters are out there controlling everything that comes out the media's mouth, everything that circulates online. And if you say the wrong thing, oh, you might get canceled. You might have your channel deleted. You might be banned from certain platforms. Who's got the power to do that, right? The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord. See, their thoughts is that they want to seize that land. They want to take it over because of the resources, because they want access to the ports, because they want to establish that new pipeline, right? But the Most High said that's all an abomination to him. He's not concerned about what they're thinking about. Oh, we need a ceasefire. There ain't going to be no damn ceasefire at all. Let me open up another. We need de-escalation. Oh, now you want to de-escalate? No, I don't think so. 2 Ezra 16. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Yeah, the so-called white man, he's got a God complex. He thinks he can drive away this the sudden destruction that's getting ready to come down upon him. See this verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? They can have whatever type of negotiating talks they can have. It's too late. That's why we see they're calling for de-escalation. I mean, how serious can she be when she's running around fronting on this campaign trail? Slow Biden, we ain't seen him since he, came out and dropped out. These are fake talks. They're authorizing, the U.S. is authorizing Ukraine to bomb the interiors of Russia. They're standing behind Israel and all their atrocities and everything that they've been doing post the quote unquote terror attack. They know no bounds in regards to playing fair and being diplomatic and, following along with military articles of war. They let them do whatever they want. That's why the Most High said the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination, man. He's not hearing all of that. There ain't no turning it back. Also, why is it an abomination? Proverbs 28:9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. See, this is why the thoughts of the wicked, the Most High considers them an abomination. And that just goes to show you too, man, how the Most High feels about, the Christian and the Catholic churches and the rest of these I'm trying to think of a way to say it. Demonations, not denominations, demonations, because they're all perpetuating lawless, disobedient behavior, rebellion when it comes down to the righteousness of the Most High. They're making every excuse in the book to maintain abominable thoughts in the eyes of the Lord. So he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law. You know how many times brothers be, constantly getting shunned and walked away from. And as soon as we start bringing out the law, when you're out there on the streets and the highways and the byways, man, the Lord said, if you turn away your ear, if you don't even want to hear righteous discourse regarding the laws of the Most High, The Most High said, even their prayers are an abomination. So what can he be thinking about these wicked ass demons that sit in these White House offices who love war, who love to impoverish people, who love to lie, and they're thinking, oh, in God we trust. Oh, putting your right hand on the Bible, talking about swearing in the next demon to sit in the offices. The Lord was like, man, their thoughts is even abominations, man. I'm not listening to none of that. You want to talk about de-escalation, man? The Lord said, I'm going to turn up the heat even more. That's what we're witnessing right now, right? So let's continue. Hezbollah is poised to strike Israel independent of Iran, sources say. So they're not taking lightly to these little threats that America's doing. They're planning bomb strikes. Now, remember, again, they're talking about they're supposed to be doing it. Sources say, as they say, I believe that fake Folly Day is the 12th to the 13th. So I believe that's Monday to Tuesday. The GMO small hats are supposed to be fasting. And that's supposed to be the, quote, surprise attack. If y'all remember the article we brought out last week. So they're saying basically any day it can go up. So America's already moved more troops and more battleships over there to the Middle East to shore up the defenses. They're already talking about, man, Hezbollah's got stuff that Iron Dome can't even mess with. Matter of fact, I didn't put that article in here, but there is a and you see that? Iran has weapons that Israeli Iron Dome can't stop. Video shows Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system intercepting Hezbollah rocket. So they're already talking about questioning the defense systems that's supposed to be the most high technological, advanced intercept system, on the planet. And meanwhile, they're already acknowledging this thing could actually crumble and break. That's why they need America to be over there to get their back. But Hezbollah's ready to bomb on them. It says Hezbollah looks increasingly like it may strike Israel, independent of whatever Iran may intend to do. Two sources familiar with the intelligence told CNN the Lebanon-based militant group is moving faster than Iran in its planning, and is looking to strike Israel in the coming days. One of the sources said Iran, meanwhile, appears to be working out how it plans to respond. Multiple officials have told CNN. One U.S. military official told CNN that Iran had made some, but not all, of the preparations that the U.S. would expect to see in advance of a major attack on Israel. So as we see, man, it can go up at any day now. Any day. Don't be surprised if some bombs hit over the Sabbath. They love to hit us up on the Sabbath. Hit us. Let me be clear. When we're dealing with the heathen always were trying to get at us on the Sabbath. You can read that in First Maccabees, the 3rd chapter, where Judas Maccabeus even had to petition to the people and said, listen, we know that this is a holy day of rest, but guess what? We got to defend our laws. We won't be alive to observe the Sabbath anymore if we don't defend ourselves. And the Most High, pardoned Israel to be able to go out and fight on the Sabbath because of that, right? But all the heathen always knew when our Sabbath was, and that's when they always trying to bomb. So any day now, it can go up, man. And if the U.S. holds true to their word, they could be immediately involved. They're already over there positioned and ready. They already have a reason for get back after they just got hit up in Iraq. So who knows? Stay tuned. Look, Ukraine. Now they're saying Ukraine is over there making gains, and they bombing. They going crazy on Russia. Ukraine storms Russia. Battleground Russia. Dramatic vid show Ukrainian jets and troops storm into Russia as panicked Putin fears key nuclear plant could be seized. So whether or not this is true, who knows? We know that they're no strangers to skewing the headlines to make it look like Ukraine is in favor. I mean, everything we was reading up for the last few months and some, Zelensky was ready for peace talks. He was ready to back down. He's running around begging for more money. The extra arms, the F-16s and everything else was barely coming into them now. They didn't know how to use them. You know, I mean, now all of a sudden they're just making headway, storming Russia, bombing on them, taking out key grounds, and they might get a nuclear plant seized. I mean, come on. I mean, believe that if you want to. I'm having trouble believing this one. But it's par for the course, man. Par for the course. Far be it from the devil to lie. You dig what I'm saying? Let's continue. Look at this. Israeli media, not Palestinian media, not American media, Western media, not Al Jazeera, listen, their own media publishes a video of soldiers allegedly raping Palestinian detainee. Now look at that. Now, how many times we talked about this in Psalm 64? I'm gonna just get right down here. Psalm 64. And let's read verse 5 down. It says, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? This is the wicked, man. And in particular, we're talking about Amalek. We're talking about the so-called white man. And coming from him, one of his dukes, Amalek, produced these people who encourage themselves in the evil matter. So we just talked about it. They're bombing schools, refugee camps. They're raping men as they're running around talking about how the Palestinians are out there raping women and taking advantage of them and all of that. Oh, they're being tortured over there. Well, what are they doing? Are they not doing the same things or possibly even worse? And they're filming it? So much to the fact that their own people said, this is wicked. This is evil. Like, this is beyond our reproach. Hold on. We got to publish it. We got to put this out to the public. The troops is out of control. They encourage themselves in evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. This so-called white man, he thinks 10 steps ahead, man. Anything that he exposes, best believe he's got 10 things even worse down the line. We still don't know what disease X is. Although, yeah, we can tell them about Ebola. We can tell them about the vid. Or we can tell them about smallpox. We can tell them about whooping cough. We can tell them about monkeypox. Disease X, though, we're going to leave that one for us to know. Right? He says they search out iniquities. They look for sin. They look for unrighteousness. They accomplish a diligent search. They're completely occupied in evil. While they're in there torturing detainees, and we know that's the levels that they play because they do it to our brothers and sisters in the penitentiaries here, lining up fights to the death, encouraging the politics, the racial. I'm talking about in California in particular, lining up fights to the death, grapes going on. You got to edit that out because, YouTube be popping in on those things, man, and it becomes a problem. encouraging the racial politics, beatings, right? They do it all, man. They're searching out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart in their minds is deep. They go deep, man. You know, Micah 2 tells us that. They're in their beds, dreaming and thinking about world domination. How can I control the population? How can I maintain control of the earth? How can I destroy the Israelites? How can I make good on our vow that once, Isaac dies, that he's going to pursue his brother Jacob with the sword? Micah 2:1 says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, they're coveting fields, colonizing lands, setting up wicked democracies all across the world, trying to establish a one world government, one world religion, trying to establish a population control epidemic. You know, he's doing it all. Reinforcing and putting out not only transhumanism, but transformatism. You know what I'm talking about. The alphabet people, man. You see what they did on the world stage at the Olympics. You know, how long were they searching out that iniquity to make a mockery of the Passover? You know, and put it on the world stage. This is what they're up to. I'm going to drop down read verse 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. That's what our people need to be doing, man, is getting the hell away from these people. Getting away from them. You know? They up to no dang good, man. Matter of fact, then you wonder why the Most High said this in Numbers. Numbers 24. Numbers 24 and let's read 18 down to 20. This is a future prophecy too. We see this. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, not meaning the firstborn of the nations, meaning it was the number one nation. It was on top. It was the chief of the nations, you know. And they gave us hell, man. After our exodus out of Egypt, man, trying to get to our homeland. They gave us hell. So they were the chief. They were the number one. They were the heads of the nations, right? Same way they are right now, running and controlling the earth. But his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And our brother Obadiah told us about that. Y'all know. And that ain't the only time. Exodus 17. I'm going to read 14 down to 16. It says, and the Most High said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. Yet, Most High told Moses, he said, write this down for a memorial. What is a memorial? Let's get back to class. What is a memorial? What is the definition of memorial? Something such as a monument or holiday intended to celebrate or honor the memory of a person or an event. A written statement of facts or a petition presented to a legislative body or an executive. Anything intended to preserve the memory of Anything intended to preserve the memory of a person or event which, something which serves to keep something else in remembrance, a monument. Anything intended to preserve the memory of a person or event. So should we be talking about that was in the past? Or we don't know who those people are now? You know, leave it alone. No, we're not forgetting any damn thing. Why? Because the Most High, he told Moses, man, write this for a memorial in a book. Well, what book we got? The Torah. These first 5 books, man, the Most High said, you got to write this down and remember it. And rehearse it. That means from then until now, we got to constantly be rehearsing these particular verses, rehearsing and talking about this information and this history so that it does not leave from our ears. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nisi. For he said, because the Most High Yahweh have sworn that the Most High Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And you ask why? I mean, when you see stuff like this, man, this is what they up to. They run around here and play the victim card, and they always, pleading for sympathy and want a monopoly on oppression. But meanwhile, they're out here committing some of the worst atrocities known to man. And let alone I was going to bring something up, but I'm going to stay focused. If you really want to get to it, there was a black how much it cost that was going on between I forgot which country it was in Central Africa. You know what? Let's see. There's a book on it too, man. So we know about this. We did shorts and little information about this. You see here, Afro-Germans and how much it cost. Making visible the invisible, Germany's black diaspora from the 1800s to 1945. Yeah. All this. They want to forget about this. And if we really want to talk about who was the beginning of the how much it cost, yeah, it was black folks, us. That's a fact. Next time around, I'm gonna pull out the book. Next time I'm gonna pull out the book that talks about it. But anyway, man, I don't want to go on a tangent on these people, man. They mess around and strike this live down, man. But you can see what's going on, what they're up to, and you can see why the Most High said they gotta go. They gotta go. Too much lies, too much deceit, too much hypocrisy, too much wickedness. Let's move on. Oh, let's move on to something more happier, There was another another name we got. So come on now, Harris, but we also have Scamala Harris. How about that? Scamala Harris. Come on now, Harris. Yeah, what? Kama Sutra Harris. We had I forgot the other one. But which one of y'all? Y'all like Scamala Harris or Come on now, Harris? Either way. You see what they're doing here, man? Harris tasked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as Democratic running mate. First of all, in this article, it says 71% of the people that they polled said they had no idea who this guy was. Meanwhile, he's the super savior of Minnesota, the best governor ever. Everybody loves him. Who is this guy? And then they want to give a little photo op of him being hugged by all the little Edomite kids and little girls. Such a contrast from, what Slow Biden was up to. Man, Slow Biden would have loved this attention. He loves the kid. Oh, let me be quiet. You know how he loved the kids, especially the little young girls. You see, Slow Biden would have been in heaven right there, right? Oh, he's just a sweet old man as they want to play for the sympathy vote, right? But look, Walz, Minnesota's two-term governor, began the Veep stakes process with relatively low name recognition nationally. But his profile quickly rose as a result of media appearances, and Walz won over skeptics with his affable Midwestern demeanor in his biography. Let's talk about it. They said that his biography, it said he lied about his service as an Army Reserve. Talking about he seen war and all that, man. Somebody pulled the receipts. I seen a video, man, said the dude was lying his ass. Lying. Let me calm down. Say he was lying about that, right? You seen what happened during the protests, the Black Lives Matter protests and all that, man. They tore Minnesota up, bombed the police stations. They were talking about defund the police and all that. That was on his watch. He was with it. When it came down to the pandemic, oh, he was all with it, man. Lock everybody down, mask up. Oh, so guess what? He's riding right along. That's funny, Naquab. Yeah, it look like he can't contain himself, right? He can't hold. Oh, I'm glad it's Friday Night Lights, man. Put the kids to sleep, y'all. All right, look. Walz still needs to introduce himself to many voters over the next 91 days. Look, they got 3 months. Oh, Hyena Harris. There you go. Smiley Harris, nah, that ain't good enough, man. Hyena Harris, now that's a good one. Matter of fact, I said I was going to share that one too. Where's that one at? They just had it up. Damn it. Yeah, look at this. I'm talking about Kamala Harris. Oh, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Good Lord. America's in trouble, man. If they push the agenda, man, and the woman compass a man and all of that, man, and throw her up in there, man, and feminize the whole agenda, oh, it's over. But there she go, right? Also, here we go, man out of nowhere, just like her, pops out of nowhere. 71% of people don't even know who he is. All of a sudden, everybody love him. The media is a hell of a machine, boy, I'll tell you. Moving on, let's look at this. Slocky, this highlight didn't come out good. Let me take that off. So we can see. Okay, check this out. Now, this is what she's standing on. Harris touts liberty in speech to UAW members at a union hall in Wayne. I believe this is in Wayne, Indiana, right? She's at the Auto Workers Union, and she's talking about all that she stands for. She's for liberty and all this other stuff, right? Look at it. Vice President Kamala Harris. Come on now, Harris. Kamala Harris. Championed the collective and the right to bargain for wages and working conditions during a Thursday afternoon event with her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, at a union hall in Wayne County as part of their 2-day campaign, Swing Through Michigan. Now, check this out. This is what I want to see. This is what I wanted to pull out. She says, "We just want fairness." Harris told United Auto Workers packed inside the United Auto Workers Local 900 hall in Wayne. "We want dignity for all people." You know what that means. Oh, we need to get some more Transformers up in here. We need some more Decepticons up in here. We don't have enough men switching and swaying, and we ain't got enough women rolling their sleeves up with combat boots on, telling men what to do inside of the damn in the auto workers union and at the auto plant factories, whichever ones are left here, because most of them they done shipped overseas. We want dignity for all people. We want to recognize the pride. You see, she's talking in code. Dignity for all people. recognize the pride all people have to freedom and liberty. Who is she talking to? You think she's talking to the blue collar workers in that damn auto workers union, or is she letting them know, hey, we about to blow the doors off of this thing, and we getting ready to have an invasion? We want dignity for all people. We want to recognize the pride all people have, the freedom and liberty to make choices. Oh, you want to cut your rod off? You want to be a woman? Sure, no problem. You want to cut your chop them breasts off? No problem. And your union's going to pay for it, and you're still going to be working. That's who she's talking to. She ain't talking to these guys, man. Slow Biden and the Democrats, they don't give a damn about the damn auto workers union. You see, they just had that big strike that they was protesting for higher wages that damn near shut down the auto industry a year and some change ago. That was because of Slow Biden. Slow Biden had to step in. UPS, all of them was all striking. We want to recognize the pride. All people have the freedom and liberty to make choices, especially those that are about heart and home, and not have their government telling them what to do. Also, that means she's going to stand up if lockdowns come. My job is not going to be in jeopardy if I don't comply with certain medical conditions, huh? Oh, now all of a sudden they're talking about they don't want the government telling you what to do. That surely wasn't what they was talking about earlier. I see you, Bayan. There we go. Pride go before destruction, and then haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Now all of a sudden she's talking game about how she's wants less government involvement, and you can have freedom of choice and do what you want to do under my administration. Like she didn't stand behind the folly that Slow Biden and the rest of them did, and like she's not a puppet. This is all politics. This is all bullish, right? And we see the hidden language that she's talking, who she's talking to, in that quote. Sirach 20:8 says, "He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority, therein shall be hated." She's trying to seize authority. She's trying to take it with her handlers and with her controllers, getting multi-millions of dollars in donations somewhere out of nowhere. People pulling hundreds and thousands out their butt cracks, throwing it at her like she's, up there making it clap. Well, she did have Megan Thee Stallion clapping last week. Well, they throwing them dollars at her, right? She can do no wrong. She ain't spoke on no policies, ain't had no real, she's declining every press's request to have an interview with her. She's declining all the press is talking about. We want to sit down with you. We want to talk policy. She's like, I can't do it right now. I'm busy. It says, and he that uses many words will be abhorred, man. This is why people are looking at her like, what is wrong with her? What is she saying? Why is she always going off the rails? Let me show y'all one of the tricks that they be doing. Now, this is one of her, this is her good buddy, Obama. This is 10 years ago on his campaign trail. Back in our old congregation, I played this 10 plus years ago and showing the games that they be playing. Watch this.
To lift from the American people the crushing burden of unaffordable health care. To free families from the pervasive fear that one illness.
Now, hold on. Who alerted Obama? Who alerted him what was going on behind him? Is his peripheral vision that great? He's looking over here. Now watch, he's going to act like he can see and sense what's going on behind him. Watch this old stage foolishness.
To free families from the pervasive fear.
You see him looking like
that one illness.
Start when? No? Okay. He knows exactly who to go to.
I got you. Yeah. No, you're okay.
Obama.
This happens when I talk too long. You'll be okay. Here, why don't you go? You got it? Come on.
Oh, isn't that nice? Politics, boy, is something else, man. You tell me that wasn't staged, right? Well, I'll let this finish up.
Good catch, by the way, whoever was here.
Good catch. Oh, close it out with a joke. Okay, that was one. Let's see this.
To be free and flexible and creative was really essential to what I wanted to make, and I didn't find a platform that did that.
I'm sorry, what's going on? Somebody's not feeling good? All right. Why don't we can get our doctors back there to help out. Somebody want to go to my doctor's office and just have them. All right.
Look, and there's other ones. Somebody choking. Can somebody get some water? Can we get them some water? I said, there's like 3 different videos of him doing that with fake people in the crowd to continually up his humanitarian side. Oh, well, what's going on back there? Somebody needs some help. Yeah, just send them to my doctor. No problem. Yeah, what? As secure and as protective as they are, the damn president, he's just that cool. They said, why not call an ambulance? Why not call her off? Yeah, just take it to my doctor's office in the back. It's all good. I got you. Don't worry. Yeah.
Somebody want to go to my doctor's office and just have them.
Somebody.
All right.
Everybody knows.
Where was I? Can somebody help out, please, and get Doc Jackson in here? Somebody grabbing our doctor? Of course. In the meantime, just give her a little room.
His last news conference of the year, just so happens a little drama comes in. You know, he gotta save somebody's life. You know, this is a damn joke, man. This is what they do. Now, watch this one.
Before I was elected vice president, before I was elected United States Senator, I was elected Attorney General of the state of California, and I was a courtroom prosecutor before then. And in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. But let's also make no mistake, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This campaign is about who we fight for.
You gotta pick a hood. You know, what set you gonna claim? You gonna be a Democrat or Republican? It's hard to say that. Republican. Now, this is what she said. That was one. Okay, well, let's see what else.
You know, as many of you know, before I was elected as vice president.
This isn't, you're not seeing double. Look at the outfit. Remember last week when I had a 6+ minute video, all different types of clips of her saying, we have to remember what we can be from what happened when we could be what we was. You remember that? And she kept saying that this is what you call scripted moments that she has to commit to memory and repeat it over and over again. This is why she won't sit down and talk. This is why she gonna mess around and get smacked up in a debate, because her, just like slow Biden, they have to read off of teleprompters. They can't do nothing. And the same goes for the chump. He goes off the rails and he just gets to repeating himself over and over again. I did very well with the border. I did very well for black jobs. I did very well for the economy. The border was secure under me. Nobody did war. I did very well for blacks. He says the same shit, same thing over and over again. This is why the Most High said, man, back to the scripture. Let me get it one more time. He that uses many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated. You know, this is why we got to make sure we impress upon our people. I know everybody watching this knows. You know, we not voting for anybody. They're all demons, they're all devils, and they're all playing for the same beast system that ultimately does not involve any hierarchy under Christ, the Most High, the laws and the commandments, or the children of Israel. If it ain't our kingdom, we ain't voting for this crap, man. That's why Christ even said, man, if his kingdom was of this world, his servants will fight for him. Our people trying to fight to run to the polls and fighting each other over damn Jordans and fighting each other over PlayStation 5 games. Let me back her up. So we heard her here. She says she's a prosecutor and she dealt with the scumbags and everybody else, and she knows Donald Trump's type. Here we go.
As many of you know, before I was elected as vice president, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, in California. Before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
Uh-oh, the cackling hyenas in the back, man. You know, all them damn women. And there she goes, showing her teeth. She ready to go. Hyena Harris. You know they're setting up, excuse me, because these same paid off cheerleaders that's in the crowd, they heard the same things before. They know what she's finna say because they've heard it over and over again. You know, I've shown y'all this before, but there's a service called 1-800-CROWDS. Damn, is it called 800? Crowds on Demand. Crowds on Demand is an American publicity firm that provides clients with hired actors to pose as fans, paparazzi, security guards, unpaid protesters, and professional paid protesters. The company operates in LA, San Francisco, Las Vegas, New York, DC, Iowa, New Hampshire. The firm was founded October 2012 by Adam Swart. You know what his whole name probably is, right? So, look, when this exists, and DC is one of their home bases, man, everything's being under scrutiny. They got paid protesters, man. This is why, you know, you got agent provocateurs at these protests. The whole nine. This is why they're clapping and laughing, because they know the punchline is about to come up.
As many of you know, before I was elected as vice president, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abuse women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain.
Come on, honey.
So hear me when I say,
come on.
I know Donald Trump's type, who was elected vice president.
You're not seeing double, y'all. Okay, hold on, one more.
And so now we got some work to do. We need to move to the general election and win that.
Oh, there go them teeth.
And to all the friends, listen, we also need to level set. We are the underdogs in this race. But we have the momentum, and I know exactly what we are up against.
You see her? She trying to imitate some little black preacher. You know, she got this, you know, the demeanor, the body language. Like she's preaching. High priestess Jezebel out here trying to convert people over to her evils.
Now, many of you know, before I was elected vice president or elected a United States senator, I was an elected attorney general, and before that, elected district attorney.
Yeah, we heard. Yeah, every other time you say this. And now you got your paid crowd out there clapping for you. Because they know here come the punchline, y'all. Say it with me.
And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor.
Oh.
So in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
Well, here we go.
Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who scammed consumers.
Is this a WWE event? I mean, what's going on?
Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Uh-oh. Stand back, y'all. Hold on.
I know Donald Trump's type.
Good Lord. Get the hell out of here, man. I mean, and this is what our people are out here fighting for.
And so now we got some work to do.
Yeah, you damn right.
We need to move to the general election.
You're out of here, honey. Oh, I got one more? Oh, you know what? Hold on. This is another one. But watch this, though. Look how dumb she is.
To be free and flexible and creative was really essential to what I wanted to make. And I didn't find a platform that did that.
As for the candidate at the top of the Republican ticket, Donald Trump is off the campaign trail, I should note, until Friday, when he is set to stump in deep red Montana.
And
with me tonight at the table, CNN political commentator S.E. Cupp, former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, and Democratic strategist Keith Boykin. It's great to have you all. This protester interrupting her.
Because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
Did you just hear what she said? First of all, she says it's a democracy. Everybody's voice counts, but I'm speaking right now. Then later she says, if you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking. The dumb broad just gave permission for somebody to speak and say they want Trump. She said that was okay to say. If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, if you're not saying that, let me keep talking. This how dumb she. Let me let her say it one more time. See if y'all caught that.
Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
She just cut herself and trying to get a little attitude with it. Dumb as a box of rocks, man. I mean, good Lord, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. I'm out of here. We got to move on. Okay. Let's look at this, though. This is, and guess who backs this up? Guess who stands behind this? You guessed it. For you black women that's finna run to the damn polls. I'm not talking to my beloved sisters who are in the truth and watching DSTM. You know what time it is, according to the law and everything else. We talking about these beloved sisters out there that are lost and are caught up on chasing a dream in politics to quote unquote empower women, to further the black agenda, Again, she's not black. Number two, she's parading around talking about how she's pro-abortion, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, she has no kids. So she has no idea what it is to be a parent. She has no idea what it is to go through those, what is it, 38 weeks, 39 weeks. She hasn't had that life moving and growing inside of her. She hasn't had the companionship or anybody willing to lay seed in that rotted womb of hers. You understand what I'm saying? But they will stand behind Planned Parenthood, who has, according to its founder, Margaret Sanger, pronounced that blacks need to be taken out like old weeds. That's not a direct quote, but that's definitely what she said. They need to be uprooted like weeds. Matter of fact, let's get it. And all of y'all know this, or y'all should. Let's see a quote on Black race. You know, Bill Gates' father was president of Planned Parenthood. Did you know that? Look at this. Colored people are like human weeds and are to be exterminated. Yeah, she was heavy into here she goes right here, posing with the Klan. This is who's got Planned Parenthood shops set up all in your neighborhoods, my neighborhoods. You'll see Planned Parenthoods in speaking in LA. They're not in Bel Air. They're not in matter of fact, we're gonna look at on the map in a minute. She was heavy into damn. I'm drawing a blank. Somebody help me out, man. When they're trying to create the superior race through breeding. Oh man, why can't I think of that? It's right on the tip of my tongue too, man. I hate when I get drawn blank like that. Eugenics. Dang, there you go. The water, man, the water. Eugenics. That's a fact. Sanger charmed the black community's most distinguished leaders into accepting her plan, which was designed to their own detriment. Yeah, she had preachers, community leaders, all talking about how they wanted to enhance the education within our communities, getting rid of our children. Declared that the Negroes were genetically inferior. And guess who's funding them? Oh yeah, the Demo Crips, the Demon Crips. Of course, a barren woman like Kamala Harris is going to be pro Planned Parenthood. 50 million black babies have been aborted since its inception. Sanger said such a plan, the Negro Project, would reduce the birth rate among the diseased, the sickly, the poverty-stricken, the antisocial classes, elements unable to provide for themselves, and the burden of which we are all forced to carry. I brought out another information called the Jaffe Memo. The Jaffe Memo was constructed by a guy named William Jaffe. I believe it was William Jaffe. But he was the president and head of Planned Parenthood, and he had a whole agenda on how to restrict the population of the blacks. All right, and that's on my video and class that I did called the Scrabble Game regarding the LGBTQ plus HIV agenda. If you ain't seen that, go look it up in the on the channel, search it out. I pull out the Jaffe Memo on the whole nine. They had a plan to increase homosexuality, everything we're seeing right now. All done through the Jaffe Memo, man. Getting rid of the men out the house, giving rewards for single mothers. Let's just look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at this map. That looks like it's Riverside County. Bunch of 10 tribes live out there. Look, they're all over the place. If you look on the in Shalakio, I'm gonna get to the article. So I gotta look with me. I just want to look in LA. Let's just see what they got. I don't want the damn cookies, man. Get out of here. Reject them all. Okay, so let's look here. Antelope Valley. That's Palmdale, Lancaster, all that other stuff. A lot of Jakes done moved out there. That's a fact. Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw. That's Jake. Bixby, Boyle Heights. That's damn near East LA. That's Jake. Burbank. That's like Armenian and 10 tribe. Canoga Park. That's Northern Kingdom. Carson. That's Black, Hispanic, Polynesian. Compton speaks for itself. South LA, East LA, El Monte, Hollywood, Huntington Park, Inglewood, Koreatown. Have we seen Beverly Hills yet? Bel Air? Have we seen Woodland Hills? Have we seen Calabasas yet? Lakewood, Long Beach Central, Pomona. Everywhere where Jake is at, they're setting up shop. Why? Because we're the target. But that's just part of the diabolical plan that they got. Look, how did Planned Parenthood become one of the country's largest suppliers of testosterone? Yes, they're one of the biggest proponents for the transformer movement, the LGBTQ plus HIV community. They're out here bringing in young men and young women for hormone treatments. Meanwhile, aborting Black and Hispanic babies at record numbers. Get rid of the children of Israel, and we're going to create a new breed of people. Let's look at this, man. When she was a teenager, Christine Henneman started testosterone after a 30-minute consult at Planned Parenthood. Now she's suing them. I regretted everything. So here's another duped individual, believes she was an Edomite. 30-minute consultation, they threw her on testosterone immediately to get her transforming into a Decepticon. For Christina Heinemann, the situation felt urgent. The 17-year-old needed treatment at Planned Parenthood where she knew she wouldn't be subjected to humiliating questions or in any unnecessary waiting period or lectures or prying about her certainty. But it wasn't an abortion. She saw it was testosterone. Planned Parenthood was founded a century ago to promote birth control. Today, its nearly 600 clinics nationwide make it the largest single provider of abortion, contraception, reproductive care, and sex education in the U.S. Let me see if anything else is in here worth. Look at this. It has also in less than a decade become the country's leading provider of gender transition hormones for young adults, according to insurance claim data. In 2015, around 24 of their clinics began offering the service. Now it's available in nearly 450 locations. Now, mind you, they got 600. They got 450 of them already doing this. Insurance claims information provided to the free press by the Manhattan Institute shows that at least 40,000 patients went to Planned Parenthood for this purpose last year alone. So not only are we protesting Planned Parenthood because of their abortion, but the fact that they're promoting an abominable agenda known as the LGBTQ plus HIV, IA or AI acronyms, galore. You understand? The largest proportion, about 40%, were 18 to 22-year-olds that's running in there for 30-minute counseling sessions, getting slapped with testosterone, and then they running out regretting and suing them. So think about that, Pat. When y'all sharing this video with your friends and family, because you just want some facts and some information that penetrate their heads, and maybe they can circulate and check out the scriptures a little bit better. Tell them, listen, it ain't just about abortion. That's number one for sure. But they're promoting an agenda that is abominable in the eyes of the Most High God. And the Democrats, the Democrips, they're leading the charge, funding them and letting them ride. Republicans are doing the same thing, just in different ways. With incarceration, locking Jakes up, stiff laws against our people, poverty, the whole nine. They're all working in the same fashion. Look at this. Oh, as a 2024 presidential makeup, this is the latest poll. Mind you, they ain't had a debate. She ain't talked policy. She ain't did nothing. It's like what you said, Carlos. You said nobody's talking about the I missed your comment. What'd you say? I've seen it earlier. I'm trying to find it, but you did mention something about the debt ceiling. Yeah, they ain't talking about the debt ceiling. They ain't talking about no. He said we must unburden ourselves of hyena hair. Yeah, that's what she was saying. We must unburden ourselves with what was and what can be. Which I mean, good Lord, man. You talking about tongue twisters, and she don't know what she's talking about. But right now, hey, she's leading in the polls, 51% to 48%, out of nowhere. Shocking. I mean, cooking the books ain't even a good enough word for it, man. Let's move on. We've seen what happened with the stock market, man. Dow futures jumped for a second day, up 300 points as Wall Street tries to recoup sell-off. Live updates. This just goes to show you, man, that this economy is floating on paper, fake, numbers, cooking the books. I mean, when that stock market crashed on, what was it, Monday? Last week, we already talked about how the economy was jacked up because the job reports finally came out and said unemployment was up, jobs was down. That was affecting the markets. Everything was down. Stocks was down. Crypto was down. They manipulated everything but gold. Gold went up. Gold continues to go up. They freezing silver out. They ain't trying to let silver, another precious commodity, both of which we can find in the scriptures, right? They don't want those things to prosper. They want the fake, monopoly money to reign supreme, to transfer into a digital economy that at a push of a button, it will say how much money you got, and at a push of a button, it can all be gone. As a cyber attack can wipe your whole life savings out. Once they throw everybody into a digital economy, that's it. They can manipulate whatever they want. You dig what I'm saying? So one day stocks is down, everybody's panicking, the crash is on, over $1 trillion is gone. The next day, the rebound is back. Guess what? Why? Because they can't let this thing crumble just yet. But it's showing everybody, hey, this is where it's going. And this is where it's going to happen. So when they do want to just crash everything and then they come back and say, we're going to build back better with this digital economy. It's going to require a universal ID. It's going to require facial recognition. It's going to require digital credits. It's going to require you to comply with a carbon footprint. And yeah, we might want to throw something in your body. We might want to, make sure that you're complying with all medical, procedures, because monkeypox is out. Just make sure you've got you're up to date with your records and get poked in the arm. Otherwise, we're going to cut your credits off. All that stuff. So they're just playing around with the numbers right now. Somehow there was a big U-turn, out of nowhere. Everything crashed in 1 minute, next minute they save it. Remember back in 2008, they said the banks are too big to fail. They did all these bailouts. They printed up money galore, saved the banks. The CEOs walked off with multi-million-dollar bonuses. Meanwhile, everybody that, got caught in that trap lost their homes, bankruptcies, the whole nine. It's how they play games, man. That's why we just got to read in Psalm 64. Man, they're constantly thinking about iniquity, robbing the poor, doing it all. A textbook turnaround too. Textbook doesn't mean the meltdown is over. So they're saying we're not in the clear yet. But guess what? Just a little tickle of your butt with the feather to let you know we can crash it at any time. And Jake, most Jake don't give a damn because he ain't got no money in it. Nobody's investing in stocks. As a whole, we know that there's plenty of brothers and sisters out there who are literate, financially literate regarding stocks and bonds and trades and futures and all that other stuff. Some of y'all working for corporations, you got 401ks, you by default, you're in the market. And they're already talking about taking your Social Security, taking your 401k. They're already saying Social Security might be done by 2035. You're basically going to be working for free. There ain't no retirement. I've shown y'all the articles on that. They're getting ready to try to wipe everything out and come back with something new to say, well, you want to get back in the game? You're going to have to do this. This is the new system. Oh, you don't want to play that? Okay, well, you can't buy, sell, you can't do nothing. You're going to compromise your integrity. You're going to throw away that damn Bible, forget them laws, and you're going to break the laws, and you're going to become one with the mother of harlots in the beast system or else. Starve, jail, camps, guillotines, whatever. That's what they ultimately want to do. Let's move on. Struggling, JCPenney abruptly shuts across several states. Oh, the big stores, You see Rihanna had her little makeup line and all that going on in JCPenney. They out of here. She's going to find a new retailer to sell her stuff out. Notice it says abruptly, man. A lot of these businesses, man, they're holding on by a shoestring. Big Lots, we read last week, they're out of here. JCPenney gone. Dollar Tree's hanging on by a thread. 99-cent stores gone. Red Lobster's closing. I mean, all these spots, man. Since when in your lifetime of mine have we seen this type of commercial collapse in businesses, man? Just thrown in the towel. Can't hang. When in your lifetime was a damn Big Mac combo damn near $20? What was it? One I think it was Pentecost. You buy them little snack bags of chips, the box come with the chips. I mean, 80% of a bag of chips was damn near air. I opened up and I could count how many chips was in that bag. And I showed some Jakes too. I was like, look at this. It was about 8 chips in the bag. It's bad. Struggling JCPenney, man. You should see them at all the malls. They're shutting down. Alabama, Texas, Maine, Maryland, among other states. 600 plus gone. That furniture store we talked about last week, been open for over 100 years. They got to shut down. Look, major U.S. discount retailer to close as many as 315 stores as retail apocalypse gathers pace. And they say Bidenomics is working. Well, clearly it is. They want to collapse everything. They want to shut down everything so they can come in and take it over. All the 1%ers, all the elites, they can come in and buy up everything, pennies on the dollar. And force everybody into one utopia owned by one people, right? Look, Big Lots is closing up to 315 stores across multiple states as it suffers from growing financial woes. Locations in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, and Vermont. all closing. Columbus, Ohio, closing. You know, all the little hideaway spots, man, that Jakes used to like to go to because you could save a buck and still get some decent stuff. And we're already in food deserts. We're already in, areas of depression when it comes down to trying to make our dollar stretch. You ain't finding the high end, grocery stores and all that stuff in the hood. That's out. Now you're even taking away the discount stuff that Jake's getting. See, Jake's getting squeezed. Getting squeezed. Get ready for nasty layoffs and say goodbye to the 4-day work week. Remember last year, I brought out the articles and showed that layoffs was coming. Sure enough, they was coming. Now they're saying even more is coming. Economic concerns could lead to layoffs and reduce remote work opportunities in the U.S. A weaker than expected job report could give cover to CEOs who want to reconsider work policies, but reverting to traditional work models could harm productivity and employee morale. So you're going to see more people out there prostituting themselves to make a little quick money, taking, what do they call it? Take stupid chances, win stupid prizes, whatever, doing anything to go viral on the internet, hopefully trying to get a quick buck to get paid off the internet. You're going to see more Jakes arguing, bickering, and fighting and acting a damn fool, just trying to run plays on the internet to get some money. People going to be selling their ass, bottom line, to survive. You're going to see more OnlyFans popping up. You're going to see more. Remember when the pandemic went down, they said, what was it? In Vegas, they had to shut down some of these strip clubs because there were so many women trying to get in to get a job because there wasn't no money going on no more. So when people start getting laid off, your money ain't stretching like it used to. People are going to start making desperate moves, let alone forget the crime. That's a given. All that van life, I'm going to just live out. I'm going to just, play stupid games, win stupid pride. There you go. All that, I'm going to just go get a tent. I'm going to camp out. I'm going to go join the community. Yep. Oh, not in California. They wiping those out. Task force sweeps. You seen it last week. All that, I'm quitting my job. I don't feel like working. Now people begging for jobs, running around trying to find a way to get some paper. And they shutting all them things down, man. So, and this is global. Look, it's troubling. It's a troubling thought to be sure, but a longer work week is already a reality for some workers. Greece has allowed some industries to move to a 48-hour work week to bump productivity, and South Korean companies such as Samsung are telling some execs to also show up on Saturday or Sunday to help boost the company's business. See, this is what we're talking about when you're talking about the mark in Revelation 13 and all that, where it's going to come with compromise. Overall, our understanding, is the mark is sin, willful sin, going along with, the beast system in conjunction with a system that's going to be set up with physical means that you're going to need to survive with. But in order to maintain and to utilize that system, you're going to have to sin. You're going to have to compromise. This is why you even see here, South Korean companies, they're telling employees and their execs to come in on Saturday. So what's going to happen when your job says, well, look, everybody's working 6 days a week to try to maintain. This economy's hell. CEOs ain't trying to lose their businesses, so they're going to put more whips to the backs of the slaves, just like in ancient Egypt. The more they afflicted them, the more they grew. They was laying heavy burdens on our people in order to maintain and keep Egypt going. They're going to do the same damn thing for here. America's already crashing out on this last leg, and they're going to say, you know what? We're going to have to do some extremes to keep these things going. You CEOs and these cats own these businesses, they're not trying to lose it all. They're going to say, look, we got to reduce hours, but we're going to increase your work days. Yeah, you was working 8 hours. We're going to chop you down to 4. But guess what? You're going to be working 6 days a week. Isn't that nice? Mm-mm. Ain't telling anybody you're going to start working on the Sabbath. I'm just forecasting and seeing how they're going to play this whole thing out. But let's continue. Remember last week we talked about them divers and the triathletes jumping into that Seine River in Paris? And they told everybody, oh, it's safe. Go ahead. No problem. And they like, well, we heard there was a lot of bacteria and feces in the water. Is it safe? Oh, yeah, no problem. Go ahead. Jump on in. The games must go on. Oh, guess what happened? And we talked about that. Them baptizing themselves in the waters of Beelzebub. Lord of the Flies, the dung god. Here they go. Murky waters. Multiple Olympics 2024 athletes are hospitalized after swimming in polluted sea and in a nightmare for Paris organizers. What? Say it ain't so. Say they didn't lie. Remember I said that last week? I said, oh, just like they told us it's safe and effective, go ahead. Roll your sleeve up. If you want to go back to work, you want to go to the ball game, you want to, go to the bars and hang out. Yeah, just roll up them sleeves, man. You want to get back to having friends over at the house? It's safe and effective. Don't worry. Meanwhile, oh, here comes cardiac arrest. Here comes blood clots. Here comes, strokes and everything else. So they told these athletes, man, hey, the water's fine. The water's fine. Jump on in. And now they all coming up sick as hell because they swimming in feces, man. Straight out of Paris. Let's move on. Unbelievable. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. You know the rest. This guy, man, you know what? Dog treat. Snoop Dogg's staggering Olympics 2024 earnings revealed with rap legend raking in a huge amount per day. Remember last week, I showed you, and it looked like he got it on right here too. He had the Baphomet chain on. Went through all of that with all of his, questionable idols that he's promoting and showing himself, involving himself in. Borderline occult devil worship. Selling his soul. Wait till you see how much money this guy made. As he's supposedly a correspondent, showing another perspective regarding the Olympic Games. So they need him out there shucking and jiving. Job 27:8 says, for what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he hath gained when the Most High taketh away his soul? That's where Yahweh Shah was quoting from in Matthew the 16th chapter. Matthew 16 and let's read 24 down to 26. It says, then said Yahweh Shah unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. That means they had to take on the burdens of Yahweh Shah. They had to take on the afflictions. They had to take on the rejections. They had to take on everything that came with it, man. Being a follower of Christ, or a quote unquote true Christian, didn't come with song, dance, tambourines, big hats, and Holy Ghost parties and everything else. Didn't come with this self-esteem, pick me up speeches every Sunday. No. It came with denying yourself, cutting yourself off from the world. Verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? What did Snoop Dogg give for his soul? In 2028, man, Snoop had a gospel album. This is when he was supposed to turn his life over to Jesus. You know, after his grandmama died. Remember that? Hold on, Snoop. Look, Snoop Dogg gospel album. So he was supposed to be look at it, a Bible of Love, 2018 studio album, the Bible of Love. You know he was sitting back listening to Joel Osteen and some of these other prosperity preachers, man. I mean, what the hell does he know anything about? Look, this how you know, man. He done sold his damn soul. He ain't gave it up, man. He already representing Baphomet and many other questionable things he's been doing in his life. But in 2018, he's supposed to have been making a gospel album and dedicating himself to the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Bible of Love was the name of the album, right? But what profited for man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul in the process? Look at this. You've got trans athletes, you know, in the Olympics. He's clapping it up. He's got Baphomet chains on, smoking weed, doing everything. You know his life. But look at this. Snoop Dogg is pocketing a whopping 393,000 euros, which is equivalent to $499,300 per day. That's not for the whole event. He's making damn near $500,000 a day to wear the colors of the American flag, a Baphomet chain. Lord knows what's going on behind closed doors at the Olympic parties and everything else that's going on out there. You know, there's all kind of debauchery that goes down in the Olympics. All kind of debauchery in the spirit of its ancestral father, the Greeks. All kind of father goes on. They talk about the athletes, man, hitting the dating apps and the gay dating apps and everything else, man. They all hooking up when they ain't got a bench to train for. Lord knows what he's involving himself in. $500,000 a day is what it costs for his soul. Rap legend has been popping up everywhere in Paris, trying out different sports, showing his lyrical flow as a commentator and mixing with the athletes. Shucking and jiving, boss. Snoop Dogg 52 has been employed by the U.S. broadcaster to give fans an alternative view of the games. I haven't watched the game. You know, I've seen a little bit, but I haven't seen nothing with him outside of, you know, what I'm reading in the news. With the help of his unique personality, clips of him doing all sorts of running with the Olympic torch, which is idolatry in itself. That's a whole nother thing. To getting a private tour of the Louvre gallery have gone viral on social media. They have been watched millions of times, and Snoop is being well paid for his efforts. $500,000 a day plus expenses every day. He's not spending a dime, and he's pocketing $500,000 a day. And I think the Olympics is like 2 weeks or 2 and 3 weeks. This dude finna walk away with like $12, $13 million. Snoop got some explaining to do on the real. And he's running around talking about he's making gospel albums for the Most High. How? You don't even know the most. He don't know what. Look, Psalm 47:7 says, "For the Most High is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding." The Most High is like, if you're going to sing to me, you're going to rap to me, you're going to harmonize, you're going to praise me, do it with understanding. If the music is not representing understanding of the Most High, the Bible, law, commandments, history, so forth and so on, the Most High is like, I don't want to hear it. Sound like noise to me. So who knows what he was singing about? I never heard the album. I remember when he was promoting, I was like, here we go again. He just was Snoop lying. He was just he was doing a reggae album as Snoop Lion. Then he was doing a damn album where he was doing what's the thing with the voice box that T-Pain was doing, whatever that is, the Roger Troutman voice box type thing. He did an album doing that. You know, he's all over the damn place, man. Confused as hell. And now we see what he's up to. $500,000 a day, man. Snoop would bend that ass over. Auto-tune. There you go. He'll crack them cheeks open, man. Wild. Let's move on. Ultimate price. U.S. state becomes first to impose surgical castration on child rapists and only the 4th place in the world with punishment. How many of y'all in favor of that? Oh, yeah, that's right. He sure did. He was up there cooking with Martha Stewart. You know. I mean, this dude don't turn down nothing. Sipping. He doing Corona beer commercials. He said he don't even drink Corona. He said, I don't like that, but hey, they're paying me. No, there's no dollar amount he won't turn down. You understand? But here we see this now. All praises for, Louisiana. Because they're invoking punishment for the pedos. They talking about chopping men's rods off, even though, that's against the law. But guess what? They need to suffer some punishment, man. So Louisiana is cutting balls off and, restricting it. Hey, look, Deuteronomy 23:1 says, man, if a man got his private member cut off, he can't come into the congregation ever. So that means he must be banished and an outcast. So, or wounded in the stones. So Louisiana is kind of executing a judgment that the Most High says is necessary. They talking about actually chopping stuff, not chemical. See, look, a U.S. state has become the first to impose surgical castration on those convicted of sex crimes against children. Well, that might slow them down then, because Lord knows there's pedophile rings going on all throughout the country and the world. That might, make them be like, oh, okay, if I get caught, man, they might have to hit me up. Authorities in Louisiana have approved a law that would legally allow sex offenders guilty of crimes including rape, incest, and molestation to undergo the irreversible medical process. So if you're in favor of that, man, leave a comment. I'm not going to read the rest for time's sake. We're going to keep it pushing. Biblical flooding completely erases Chinese city, raises fears of U.S. following suit. Y'all know where we're going with this. So Moab getting hit with biblical size floods. All praise to the Most High. Psalm 60:8. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Moab is the washpot of the Most High. That's what he is. Because we know that's the judgment of the Most High. China's getting hit up heavy right now. But isn't that what the Most High told us in 2 Ezra 15:46? And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredoms with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith the Most High, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. In this later in this article, actually there's another one I think through CNN, I believe. They went through the different statistics on this, right? Of what they lost. Now, you see here, Dandong, China, has been devastated by severe flooding, which has caused extensive damage. Social media shows several images and videos showing the city streets transformed into raging rivers, buildings submerged, and no sign of residents. The unprecedented biblical flooding is attributed to record-breaking rainfall exacerbated by climate change. So, of course, it's climate change, right? They're never going to give the Most High credit. Now, this also goes to show you and gives us more credence to what happened in Genesis. If we're talking about residences, peoples disappearing, whole towns being flooded and destroyed, that's just a small scale. And there's plenty of archaeological evidence and geological evidence that shows that there was a massive flood that happened. Various nations have their accounts of the flood, the Gilgamesh epic, the Bible, so forth and so on. Many nations has their flood accounts. Nobody's denying that there was a massive flood, right? But now China is experiencing their own. But they said it's global warming. They won't give the Most High credit. Look, Wisdom of Solomon 13, verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen known him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water, or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. Oh, it was climate change, right? Another article said that it affected 26.4 million people, 328 dead, over 5 million acres of agriculture destroyed. So they're going to hit with famine, homelessness, so forth and so on. Over 1 million people they had to relocate. So you're talking 1 million people homeless and need to be relocated. It affected over 26.4 million people. I think they said 12,000 homes were destroyed underwater. I mean, it's over with. Over 5 million acres of agriculture gone. That's the judgment of the Most High on Moab. All praises. North Korea's Kim inspects flood response as thousands evacuated from China border region after heavy rains. They're trying to run over there by North Korea, trying to get some help. And it's flooding over in North Korea as well. See, some 5,000 people were rescued from flood-hit areas along North Korea's border with China over the weekend in efforts supervised by leader Kim Jong-un, the country's state media reported Monday. Well, North Korea's got to do that because what? They've been rubbing elbows with China and with Russia. You know, typically, is it China? I think China and North Korea, man, they've had beef before. Historically, and with Japan. But the sibling rivalry, the incestual sibling rivalry going on amongst them between Moab and Ammon. But Kim Jong-un, he got to play nice because White Zaddy, Putin, said, hey, Xi Jinping and his people, those are they're on my side. They're riding with us. So if you're messing with me, you gotta help them. So he's doing that. 5,000 people they had to, rescue just over the weekend. Speaking of Ammon, tsunami hits Japan after 7.1 magnitude earthquake strikes off the coast. Some of y'all may have seen the videos. It's online, YouTube, on X. That place getting shook up and getting hit up by the Most High as well. Right? Earthquakes in diverse places. It's all happening. Now, let's look at this real quick. Pox fears. You see who got the stinking Chinaman. There they go again with another disease between them and them stinking Africans over there. That's how the white man be talking behind closed doors. There they go again. Global alarm over ultra deadly Mpox strain crossing borders as the WHO ready to declare international public health emergency. Did you hear that? The World Health Organization, WHO, is ready to declare an international public health emergency. Say it ain't so. Haven't we been talking about black swans? Haven't we been talking about they're gonna pull something off? This very well could be it. Mpox. They're talking about an international public health emergency. When did we hear that type of language come out before? The C to the O to the V to the I to the D. Oh, you remember that? Mandatory lockdowns, social distancing, quarantine, shots in the arm, losing your jobs, can't go here, can't go there, churches closing, stores closing. Remember all that? Put your mask on, 6 feet, wash your hands. Health chiefs are poised to declare an international public health emergency as an ultra deadly strain of Mpox that can spread by touch starts to cross the borders. Oh, and guess who some of the biggest crossings of the borders are? Oh, the Chinese. Yeah, they've been creeping through these borders, haven't they? Guess who else is coming over here? All them Africans. They sliding through the border too. They're going to play on all those fears. The strain has been discovered in 2 new countries in recent weeks after cases have been surging in the Democratic Republic of Congo for months. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus from the WHO wrote on X on Wednesday that experts are worried the mutant bug, quote, has potential for further international spread within and outside of Africa. I'm considering convening an international health regulations emergency committee to advise me on whether the outbreak of Mpox should be declared a public health emergency or of international concern. Yeah. So you already know where this could play out. Get ready. They got a tornado warning got issued at the U.S. Capitol. D.C. has put on a mandatory shelter in place. And that was, earlier today. I don't know. I haven't kept up with any storm tracking, but I know that tornado hit down there in Florida, and it was traveling up east. Now they're saying that D.C. is about to get hit. How ironic that the capital of the United Snakes of America, under Satan's authority, is getting ready to get hit with a tornado. Possibly. They got a warning. They're telling everybody stay in the house. Don't go out. So the Most High ain't done with this place. You understand? The Most High is not done with this place. He's definitely not done with his enemies. He's definitely not done with Israel. Right? So go figure. Go figure, man. Another episode in the books, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High while you're outside. Yeah, you already know. You know what they talking about? Shutdown, lockdowns, international. They're already ready to alert the world. Oh, Mpox is coming. This is beyond social distancing because this actually spreads through touching. People was worried about, somebody coughing, breathing next to you. Oh, if somebody touches you. Oh, you're going to have bumps. Hold on. Let me show you. You want to look like him? Huh? Oh, you don't? Stay in the house. Unless you want this, they have that ready for you. The pox is ready though, man. Look at this guy's hands. I think Job had it bad with the boils. I think the Egyptian had it bad with the boils. It's on the way. Look at this kid. I know. Y'all say, "Ooh, turn it off. I know. Sometimes, I wasn't even sharing. Hold on. Was I sharing? I don't think I was. Let me flash back in case I wasn't. Look at this kid. This is what they're gonna say, man. Get in the house. Get poked up, man. It's already reaching beyond Africa. It's on its way to the U.S. The border's wide open. They're creeping in. There you go. You don't want that? Then comply. Yeah, you're not going to be able to come out and vote. Going to do mail-in ballots again. Don't worry, we'll be honest with the count, just like they were before. You know that's how it go. You dig what I'm saying? That's what it is, y'all. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, while Yahweh Shai, man. You already know, man. Hello. That's a fact. You already know. The Most High is the one that's going to heal, wound, make alive, according to Deuteronomy 32:29, and so forth and so on, right? But that's it for your brother, man. Hopefully everybody got some edification this evening, man. Some more information to stay abreast of what's coming down the pipeline, where we're at prophetically, and just kind of staying on top of things, man, because you can already see they running game in the politics. They're out here setting up the next thing to hit to rock the world. You know, we're going to see how it go. Right? So all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, while Yahweh Shai. No, not tomorrow. We'll have closing Shabbat at 4:30. It's like at 4 o'clock. But no, I won't be doing DSTM tomorrow morning as well. Rania, all praises. Ashar, all praises. Ayana Bar, holler at you in the morning. But anybody else, man, that tuned in, tapped in, checking in on later. Lord willing, man, y'all have a blessed Shabbat. I'm not sharing anything anymore, but I was sharing earlier. But other than that, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed evening. Lord willing, we'll do it again in the very near future. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, while Yahweh Shai. Always remember, fear the Most High, keep the commandments, don't shoot the messenger.